I don't know how all this is going to work out. I've talked about these before in other videos while I was cleaning up the Lego room. I thought I'd go into this bin. So these are my Blacktron 2 big, windows. This is my whole row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 27 trans dark blue quarter domes. I have 3. I don't know how I only got 3, but I got 3 Blacktron 1. And of course, I actually have the message intercept base up there, as you can see way over there. So it's 5 altogether. A bunch of white ones from Classic Space, and a bunch of blue ones again. Some with the stickers from the Unitron, some with the other one from the Futuron, and more Unitron in the back. That's fine. But, I keep it in here. This is my large panel bin. So, and then I have 2 trans neon green Megacore magnetizer. This is my original Megacore magnetizer. I numbered it because all my guys had numbers and numbers corresponding to names. And then what's left of my trans yellow dome collection: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I have 12 left. I sold a couple to friends over the last couple of years. It's usually set to 2 or 4 just because they're going to build with them. And I happen to have I had a few. I think the maximum I had in my collection was 33. Now I have 12 in the layout. 12 here, so that's 24. And of course, I still have the message intercept base over there, so that's 25. So I'm done 33 down to 25. I still think that's quite enough. The guy who built the Blacktron Intelligence Agency, again, look it up on YouTube. It's a very old video from Joe Mino, a good friend of mine, but it's a very old video. But you can see I was told that he had 78 trans yellow domes in that layout. So my max that I owned at one time was 33. Now I'm done to 25. I can even go lower than that because I can't see me using more. Then of course a couple trans neon orange, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and trans green. Again, I bought a lot of the. I keep on calling it AquaZone. It's the Aqua Raiders, whatever it was. You guys remember what it was better than I do, but I bought a bunch of those sets. That's why I had those base plates, underwater base plates, with the trans dark blue and the trans green as well. I love those things. If I wasn't in Classic Space, I'd do the underwater themes because they were fantastic. They were fun. They were cute. They were unique in their setup. And they were going to bring monorail into that. There's some really obscure pictures from the Lego company about sets that were never released, and they were going to bring the monorail into the AquaZone and or the underwater series, whatever it was back in the day. That didn't happen. And there would have been trans red quarter domes, which would have been awesome. Trans red? Are you kidding me? I could do that without for Space Police 1. Oh my goodness, a big giant trans red quarter dome. I'd rebuild the entire layout right now tomorrow. If these things came in trans red, I would rebuild that entire layout in trans red, black, and blue for Space Police 1. Wouldn't even hesitate. Kidding. That'd be the most awesome thing in the universe. But anyway, it didn't happen, and c'est la vie. No use crying over spilt milk. But again, this is my large panel collection. This is all of it, again, except for what I have in the layout, which is 12 trans yellow quarter domes and 1 message intercept base over there. Every other large panel I have is in here. Again, I can build another message intercept base. I can build 1 more, and I still have 1 panel left over for something else. The white, I bought some of those sets, but a lot of these came in lots through the years. I honestly can't remember. It was just past Futuron or was Futuron. I just wasn't interested to keep it together. The trans dark blue, I bought a couple of the underwater sets, and of course Futuron, the 6990, which I think I have 3 or 4 copies of, came with 2 if I remember correctly, so that's 8 there. But the rest of it I acquired a lot off eBay back in the day. Again, back in the day when I was buying the stuff on eBay, I got lots, and it was, and again, I have a few copies of 6991 too, so that includes these guys. I built some really unique, I will say, greenhouses / agridomes out of those for one layout that Jeff and I did years ago, the 10x18 over at Brickfet. I don't know which one, but I used up a lot of those quarter domes and a lot of those other blue panels there, trans blue. That was a fun building, I would say. I keep on meaning to revisit it, but of course I have no room in the layout for an agridome. It's one of, I think, for me, in my classic space layout, going back down to a small 5x7.5, an agridome is missing. I had plans on making a raised platform with little small, just four in a circle, 4 quarter domes in a circle, and having mini agridomes. I actually had terrain and stuff built on one of them, and it would just look like the big tower, except it have agridomes hanging off the sides, halfway up instead of landing pads. I got the agridomes themselves finished. I didn't bother building a tower for them. You know, Silent Running is one of my favorite movies. 1972, I think, Bruce Dern. I adore that movie. I haven't seen it in years. I have no idea how it holds up, but they had the Argos. if you put Argos in movies, I'm going to see it because I love the Argos. And I think the Argo itself was invented by a Canadian. But I remember growing up and always wanting to own an Argo, and then it was in Silent Runnings, which is just fantastic. But anyway, tangents upon tangents upon tangents. I have these panels. They sit here in a box. If I ever expand the layout, it would be nice to have more trans yellow, and of course I got enough domes to do that. So there you go. I think I've shown off enough today. So I'm gonna call it quits. I'm gonna put this back up here. The height's way down here in the bottom. And the sad part, or for me, the interesting part is my train parts and pieces. Whoops, do this one with my hand. Sit on top of it. So, train couplers, train bogies, train wheels. Over here, I have train 4.5 volt track and 4.5 volt parts. So the blue and the gray are in here. Motors and base plates. And down at the bottom here, I have just a bin full of poly bags of various things. So that's why that's sitting there, because I haven't bothered trying to. These things are not late. Trying to put it where it's supposed to go. But I do keep my train parts there, just because I really go into that bin now that the tower's done. I've had a few inspirations to try something else, but I never got around to it. So anyway, I'm gonna say that's it for now. Just a really quick look at the room now. The floor is empty, almost empty. So there's a box there I have to do something with. These are just going to be sorted. These are just black parts already half sorted. This is a bin of those sets that I got from that lot a while back. I keep on needing to do something with. So the forest bins, so they're all complete. I did a parts count from Bricklink. This was the hideout, and the base plates, of course, right there. My other castle sets, they're all in here. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I just don't feel like sorting them back into the collection, but I also don't feel like selling them at this point. But I might at some point think about if I find a friend who loves castle. This is what's left of my Discovery shuttle, not the brand new one that just came out, but the old one. It just got completely smashed up during the move and whatever relocates. So I keep on meaning to put him back together because he was one of my favorite sets back in the day. Behind the door, we have my Z-Nap, which doesn't fit on the shelf anywhere yet. We have my box full of the original Original expert builders from 1977. They're all in there. I have my 3 supercars that are together right now. Some books in the background that I don't know what to do with, and these are the musical instruments that can't fit on a shelf right now, but they're also my empty totes now. So pretty happy that the floor itself is now passable. I got a sort of an empty spot there on the shelf, an empty spot there on the shelf. I might do a full tour at some point after I get some more stuff. Like I gotta get all this reorganized and cleaned up because it's a bit of a disaster. So that top tote needs to be sorted out. And the rest of it's bionicle, which I still don't know what to do with because I do not build bionicle. But I will do a full video now that I got the floor clean of my collection. But for now, this is it. It needs to be a little cleaned up. Some of it's pretty messy. I got a spot there for another bin. I try to keep everything, standard. So I mentioned this in other videos, to be sorted, usually the bin up top, round hinge multi-part and tiles at the top, 1x M plates, 2x M plates. See, this is already mixed up. 2x M plates, 4x6, as 4 and 6x M plates, 1x1 and 1x3 bricks all fit in here. 1x2 bricks already full. 1x4 bricks already full. 1x6 bricks almost full. I think 1x8 bricks should already down there, should be somewhere else. And then 2x2 bricks, 2x3 bricks, 2x4 bricks, 2x6 plus bricks, unless that gets full, and then 2x8 and 10 bricks. Mod bricks, 2 of those, we should clean that up. DWS, doors, windows, fences, shutters, octagons. In yellow, I have a whole bin of octagons. That was, again, a bunch of bricklink orders from way back in the day. 33 slopes, 45 slopes, miscellaneous slopes, and printed and stickered. So that's my common sorting. And then it gets more detailed again as you sort it out. I mentioned this before. So 1x1, 1x2, 1x3, 1x4 plates, 1x6, 1x8, 1x10 plates, even 1x12s have been there now. 2x2, 2x3 plates, 2x4 plates. This whole bin is 2x4 plates. This whole bin is, where is it? 2x6 plates. Again, moved it around. 2x8 plus plates. 4x M plates, 6x M plates, blah, blah, blah. So as I say, as a bin gets full or overflowing, then it gets sorted out. This is a unique one. So this is black. I have more black pieces than anything else. It goes from all the way down to the top, from the top all the way down to the base plates. That whole shelf is just, besides the base plates at the bottom, is black. Whereas gray, old gray, takes up to here, and even those two are not gray. They're blay, dark blay. This is all dark blay. And then right at the bottom is some dark gray. White is almost taking up the entire shelf. White goes all the way down, down to about there. This is a bin of unsorted because I actually build less with white than I do with light blay. So as soon as I sort that out, that'll fit into the collection. That will free up that bin, that area. And I would imagine most of this will fit into some of these boxes, so I won't have to add more. Red, what used to be my most prevalent, but then I started again. What happened with red is I had 4 or 5 containers of just 2x4 bricks. So those got dumped into the bins out in the garage. I had 3 bins of 2x2 bricks. Why do I have 3 bins of 2x2 bricks? It made no sense to me. So red, white, yellow, blue, any overflow of 2x2, 2x3, 2x4 will eventually get back. And right now, as you can see, my 2x2 bin is overflowing. I'm not going to dump that into a separate bin. I'm just going to take the extra pieces and dump them into the bins in the garage, because there's no point in me having them in here. So, and this is, again, what happens. So this is my tan. So these are all these are my regular plates. And now I actually have a second bit of regular plates, so I'm going to probably separate that now. This is round, 1x M bricks, 2x M bricks, mod bricks. Tiles, slopes, and panels. But the tiles are in a half thing, and then behind there we have modified plates, right? So that's it. This is my entire extent of tan is those 9 or 10 containers, which is even crazier is that this is my entire set of lime green, not even close to sorted. Don't even bother. It's all my lime green is in these 2 bins, so there's no point in sorting those out. And then you got all the funky colors, the turquoise, the light sands, whatever, the light blues behind. Colors that I will not build with a lot, hide in there. My green, again, I was going to do this in a separate video, but we're here now. My green is odd. I used to have, I got 2 bins of 2x4 bricks. That's just in case I want to do landscaping. And that's why green's a little different than the rest of the colors. If I ever get back into trains, I'm going to want a lot of green. But I do say this, I had a full double thick tote, double height tote of that, full of 2x4 green bricks at one point. And I did dump those into the bins out in the garage. So my bins in the garage have a lot of 2x4 greens. Not a lot of, there's no 2x2, 2x3, 2x4, because that means 2x6, because they all fit in here. I never overflowed that at all. But I had lots of green 2x4 bricks, and that was just acquired over the years. It is what it is. Anyway, as I say, when bins get fuller, they get sorted out into different smaller chunks, shall we say. So right now, I'm pretty happy. I have a floor again. I have gutter track over here, gutter track. So this is my gutter track bin. And I think I have a second one somewhere else. I don't see it right. Oh, it's right on top. So this is the entire extent of my gutter track. So I got 1, 2, 3 of these powered ones that take batteries. Straights, curves, blah, 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 Ys in there. So I wanted to incorporate gutter track into the space layout. I remember when Callum and Jeff and Jeremy and Derek had their Altenburg train layout, and they had the gutter track going across the bridge. I thought that was fantastic, and Derek motorized, I think it was Derek, could have been Jeff, motorized the, motorized the actual tram to go across the gutter track. I thought that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So, but I had some prelim ideas. They just never went anywhere. It was far too complicated, and they're not in any color that matches a space layout. I mean, there's some dark gray in there, but there's not nearly enough dark gray to warrant making it into something to put into the space layout. So it sits there. And what happened there was Shop at Home had the big gutter, the off-road, I guess it was, the double loop on sale back in the day for $25, $30, if I remember correctly. Anyway, it was on deep discount in the early or mid 90s. When I was actually, it must have been after that because I didn't get to lug that to 98. But that's when it was on sale, and I bought 3 or 4 sets of those, and that started the gutter track collection that I had. And that was basically right when we were doing train layouts with RTL Toronto. So it must have been 2000 sometime. I liked it, and again, Lego Racers had so many great things to it, and I'll get into my RC cars at some point. But I love Lego Racers because it covered a whole plethora of different things. The gutter track was one of them, and I don't know why they discontinued it again, just like they discontinued a lot of other cool stuff over the years. But whatever, I have mine. So I got lots if I ever get back into it. Not much else I can talk about right now off the top of my head that I want to talk about, but just 19 minutes. Let me get off the floor. I'm getting old. Just this is my leg room, and it is, anyway, I gotta talk about that right now. I just love the fact that it's there. And I have to do something with that void there. It's not conducive to making me happy. This is something that I might do at some point. But you can see this is a very, very, Very old Lego box. Oh, not right now. So there you go, people. My Lego room is mostly clean. I got a few more things to get off the floor. I don't know what to do with those things at the end there, but I'm happy that I'm at this point now where I get to see floor again. So I will talk to all of you later. And, you know, I'm happy. More stuff to sort out there. More stuff to organize. Anyway, I think I said that enough. 20 minutes of your time. Sorry about that. You guys all have a good Easter weekend, and I will talk to you soon.